Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to a new video and your daily update on Bitcoin, which right now still looks bullish. All right, in short, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything you need to know, or at least things I think you need to know. Earlier this morning, we got a nice momentum increase. Apart from that, we also see a bit of a divergence in the price and the spot buying, which is also good because obviously you want as many people buying spot as possible. As opposed to, for example, futures orders, which we had a lot in the last couple of days as well. But no, the overall situation right now remains relatively bullish. All right. If you look at the technicals, yesterday we got a very bullish reaction from 64,700 here at 382 fib with the 50 EMA. So technically that should have been a very strong support, and that it actually provided enough support and some sort of a reclaim right here is bullish. All right, that's what you want to see. And then apart from that, I also wanted to talk about some comments because I think it's important to realize that I was bearish on Bitcoin 2 or 3 days ago, and then now all of a sudden I'm bullish. So my analysis was wrong. Which, I mean, you could say yes, because back then I expected the price to drop down. But the thing is, guys, I'm a trader, right? Long term, I can tell you I can tell you my expectations for Bitcoin, but most of these analyses are short term, all right? And what we had Wednesday is some major news, all right? And that was a dropping inflation rate, inflation and CPI data. So if something like that happens and the outcome is positive, of course I'm going to switch my bias. That's what I do as a trader. So yes, I could be bearish tomorrow, depending on movements or depending on news. If all of a sudden we get some major bad news, of course I'm going to be bearish the next day. That's something you cannot predict. So keep that in mind. But at this moment, like I said, I think overall we are still bullish. And that also then I have to refer back to Wednesday when we had those numbers. That was fundamentally bullish, and just in general the amount of volume that we got into the markets back then was pretty crucial, because most of you know that the volume topped out at around $43 billion. Most of the times, to repeat that, because I said it yesterday as well, most of the times when the open interest goes up like this, like the open interest went up by what is it, like more than $3 billion in open positions. Together with that much volume and some bullish fundamentals, usually we continued to be relatively bullish afterwards. Now, the main problem for altcoins in the last couple of days was that the Bitcoin dominance was also still very high, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But right now you can see that we've perhaps found some sort of a top there. All right, so I know that's not about Bitcoin, but altcoins can actually rally as long as Bitcoin stays relatively bullish right now. And at this moment, I'm getting no indication that we're going to be bearish. We got, after some bearish momentum yesterday, we got a solid reaction. We gained some momentum earlier today. Obviously, it's Friday, so Friday is usually very volatile because bigger traders and institutions and big companies are closing their positions. So that is something you should know. But right now, like I said, also a bit of a divergent in spot buying that was going up while the price, while the open interest stayed down here. So that means some more is buying into spots, which are usually less eager to sell and more likely to hold for a longer period of time. So that's good. So maybe Bitcoin stays consolidated up here, so under 67,000 for a bit longer, because that is a strong resistance level. But I do think overall the markets will be relatively bullish. And I also, even though, like I said, I don't necessarily expect that today, even though it is a possibility, I do still think that it's most likely that eventually we'll also break above 67,000 to get up to 69 and 70,000 at least. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care. And while I turn the volume up on my microphone, I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.